For Thought with Professor David Ndete.
It's another beautiful day where we get to hang out with our favorite professor, Professor Ndete, on Food for Thought with Professor Ndete. My name is James Okumu. Thank you for coming on board today. We kicked off a series 3 weeks ago talking about co-occurring disorders. I want to take us back to where we left off last week so that we can pick up on this discussion. The treatment for this situation, is it any different than when it's just one condition?
Let's take a very good example of anxiety.
Yeah.
I don't know how many patients I have seen with anxiety for the time I've been practicing here, or with depression, or with schizophrenia. They must be running to hundreds of thousands. Listen to me very carefully. I have never seen two patients who were identical in everything.
Oh, it's like a fingerprint. No. Every person presents.
Every patient is unique. And therefore, I cannot sit here in the office and somebody walks to the office and I can see my symptom profile.
Yeah.
Okay, I can even give them a questionnaire to complete. And then when I get, this is where we all go wrong. This is where we all go wrong. We get a questionnaire. They have rated like this, in terms of their symptoms. And within that 5 minutes, this person has got anxiety. And say, because I prescribe that, this is a medicine that I prescribed to say to me, I will also prescribe it to you and expect the same results. Because if I am depressed, the reasons why I am depressed are so unique. They are very unique. And for me, the treatment is not just giving medication.
Yes.
The treatment is understanding the total context of that patient. That's why we say there are 3-4 important issues when you are dealing with a patient. You are interested in the biological aspects.
Yes.
You are interested in the psychological aspects of this person, different personality profiles and things like that. You are interested in the social aspects of this person.
Yes.
Yeah, where they live.
Yes.
Whether they can afford your medicine, the one you prescribe. What will be the point of prescribing a medicine that is going to cost more than they can afford for food or even taking children to school?
They may not take it.
They will not take it.
Yeah.
And they will not take it. And don't pressurize so much, because don't say, I am the doctor who has told you this, because you may be giving the wrong impression that it's a matter of life and death that they take that particular medicine. And if you force them into that belief, what do you think you might be doing to the relatives? Oh, the only way to get back our daddy is to sacrifice all other things.
You are part of dawa.
Yeah, our part of dawa. And you can be forcing people into that kind of situation.
Okay.
I remember a patient who came to see me, and it's important to talk about these things. And he came and told me, he gave me whatever it is, and then somebody, a drug company, had given me some medicines, which samples for free, so I was not going to charge the patient.
Okay.
Yeah, I said, these are very good medicine. Go and take them 3 times a day after full meal.
Full meal.
Heavy breakfast, heavy lunch, heavy dinner. And the patient said, Doctor, thank you very much for your generosity, but I really have 1 single meal in a day. So I cannot meet the condition.
I cannot meet the conditions.
I cannot meet the conditions.
Even if the medicine is free, I still have barriers.
Yes. And you know what? He was so courteous. Please give it to somebody else.
Wow.
Yes, give it to somebody else who can meet those conditions. And he didn't say it in a bad way.
Yeah.
He was just being
That's
very
his reality. Yeah.
It's a reality. It's a reality. So it's very important to understand the socioeconomic status of the patient. can you afford this medicine? It should be taken in this. Do you understand that side? And then there's another one which is very, very important, which is religious, or shall I say spiritual. And I see it even with pastors, but more so in the Somali community.
Okay.
I have data here because I supervise students or PG students from one of the universities in Canada. And his question was, why is that Somali patients, with all the doctors in Canada, with all the drugs that are available there, because the state buys the medicine for them, why is that they have traveled all the way from Canada to come to Canada to go to sleep?
Oh, they do that?
Oh, yes, very well documented. And they'll tell you, they come all the way to go to Isli.
Why?
That's what I want to ask them to come, because there is a religious aspect in the way they explain things, and we cannot ignore that. And more importantly, never does a doctor belittle that.
I had never thought of it from that perspective.
Yes, it happens all the time. It's got nothing to do with the level of education.
No.
It's part of their religion.
Part of their religion.
And you don't question that, and never challenge it. Never challenge it. Say, I have no problem with that. That is the way you understand it. And then there is also this other one, this other type of treatment. Why don't you combine all them and see how it works? So by talking with them and respecting their religion, and prescribing the other medicine, and you explain to them why they must take the medicine, if it works, okay, why do you want to alienate a person on the basis of their beliefs? Wow. And not only pastors, religious people, traditional healers.
Yes.
This is, you have been bewitched. Okay? After all, how do you explain how a person is hearing voices for people who are not there?
Yes.
This is Magini. You go and see somebody who is going to treat this. I don't want to quarrel with them on that. But if they accept that we can treat this one and chase away the voices, and it works without challenging them, why there's no problem. And I've worked nice with the pastors. But the pastors are some of them say, no, this is satanic, this is demonic possession. Mapepo, they call it Mapepo.
What? Then you must be very, very sober and accommodating. Because if you're meeting all sorts of people like this, and everybody is coming with their own set of beliefs.
Yes, their own set of beliefs, their own socioeconomic status.
Yes.
Their own ability of what they can afford, what they have gone through, and many of them would come here as a last resort. I mean, when I say here, I'm not talking about the I'm talking about psychiatrists.
Yes.
As a last resort, because they have had this investigation, they have done this, they have done this, they have done this. And listen carefully, at the end of the day, when they have done all the investigations, and they are normal, and Natalie tells me that, and it happens, by the way. See, we have done ABCD, we have done this, we have done this, they have done this, they have done this, we can't find anything. So, nendo katafuta kule, telling you, go back and find out what is happening outside there. This is not ugonjwa wa daktari. So what are they telling you? They are telling you, go and consult your pastor, or go and consult your, see whether you have been bewitched. Hakuna kitu.
I'm wondering, do those beliefs sometimes become a barrier to treatment?
Yes, they become a very big barrier to treatment. The other day, just an example, I know I like talking from what I have seen.
Yeah.
The other day, I had somebody here, let me not talk about their religion. And this girl was had tried to commit suicide. Okay, yeah. And she was brought by her brothers and sisters, and the mother was there. Okay, yeah. The mother said had been brought to see a doctor against the wish of the mother.
Yeah.
And the mother said, please leave my daughter alone. Forget about these people. Yeah, they're now the brothers. This is, I have to take her for this kind of religious treatment. Okay, yeah? Unfortunately, she completely refused any kind of treatment.
Yeah.
A simple injection will have done the trick. Okay? And she refused. And they said, this is our mother. We cannot disobey her.
Yeah.
Yeah? And I was telling her the reason why she's behaving like this is because she's hearing voices. So when I said hearing voices, let me peleka my daughter to that place. Unfortunately, the voices were so severe, she jumped into a pit latrine, broke several limbs, injured her brain, to do emergency operation on the brain. What would have cost an injection? That would have cost less than 5,000 shillings. They ended up paying millions of shillings to go through all those procedures.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, she agreed to have the injection, and the voices disappeared.
After the injection?
Yeah, the injection. And then she sent apologies, say, I'm sorry. I just say, no problem. I understood you're only acting according to your beliefs. Maybe I did not enough time to convince you. Of course, I did everything, and she said no. Yeah, and she took out her vendetta, and she walked out. The brothers followed.
That's all the time we have for Food for Thought with Professor Ndetey. Thank you so much for being a part of it. As always, we are looking forward to your feedback. Tell us if these sessions are helping you. 20316 is the SMS line, and the WhatsApp number is 0786 316 316. Send in your feedback right now. Next week, we will be concluding this series of co-occurring disorders. And as always, if you have a topic you would want for us to cover, feel free to suggest it. Well, until next week, have yourselves a great day.
Food for Thought with Professor David Bittet.
Thank you for watching. Remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get notified whenever we upload new fresh content every day. Stay tuned and enjoy fresh, uplifting content.